Tony D and Little Joan just off camera, and this is a screenwriter's rant on 3 different movies that are reliant on very contrived premises, I think. The first one is called Coma. It's a drama movie. The second one's called The Present, starring Ilsa Fisher. It's supposedly a comedy movie. It kind of is. And then there's Blink Twice, starring Muscle Man Channing Tatum. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14, available on Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now, so Coma. It's a very artsy movie. I'm not sure what language it's in. I always assume French when it's something I find pretentious and I don't really understand. So the movie is partly in dolls, live action, and animation. I think it's about a girl trying to overcome her ennui. But I don't know. They don't really tell you. They just keep telling you how great the movie is. Oh my God, what a scary still that is. I really don't understand what it's about, but they call it a neo-Lynchian slow burn masterpiece from the International Cinephile Society. So you know it's good if they say that. I don't know, it just seems super pretentious and a bunch of crazy stuff is going on. And there's a bunch of scenes like this where she tapes her hand to a table and she's going to use a knife to play the knife game, and then I don't know, they keep cutting to the dolls and animation. A delirious marvel, the playlist. What is it about? Tell me what the damn movie's about. Just give me a log line, please. Why must I go to the IMDb to figure out everything? Will the IMDb tell me what it is? Let's say Coma. Here it is. I think. Nope, that's a different Coma. So I can't even find out what the heck this movie is about. So I type in Coma. I don't know which Coma it is. Maybe it's the 2022 Coma. Is it that old? Yes, it is. Okay. Online behavior and content consumption through the eyes of a teenage girl who immerses audiences into her dreams and nightmares, navigating between dreams and reality. She's guided by a disturbing and mysterious YouTuber, Patricia Coma. That sounds really pretentious and awful. I don't even know what it's about. I really don't. A film by Bertrand Bonello. I don't know. Like, when a movie is this arty, I just sort of roll my eyes and go, okay. I mean, maybe if I dated a really, really pretentious girl, I'd take her to go see this movie. Oh, wow, that Coma movie was deep. Yeah, it was. You're hot. Let's go back to my place. I mean, what the heck is this? It's not even a plot. Oh, it's about a teenage girl and her visions. I mean, do we really want to see this? What the hell's the plot? Give us a tagline. I don't know. First act, she has a bunch of ennui because she's a teenager. Surprise, surprise. She starts watching videos from Patricia Coma, whoever that is, and it makes her do weird things, and eventually she hurts herself, I'll say, and I don't know what happens. I honestly couldn't tell you. To me, it's a pretentious art film. You know, anything could happen, and they'll just point to it and say, "See, genius." Oh, you're too stupid if you don't get it. So I think you should just have a log line. Give us a general idea what it's about. Let's see if it's in the description. Online behavior and content consumption through the eyes of a teenage girl. That's not a plot. Who immerses audiences into her dreams and nightmare. Not a plot. Navigating between dreams and reality, she's guided by a disturbing, mysterious YouTuber, Patricia Coma. That's not a plot. To do what? To kill people? To rob a bank? You gotta have more than that. Sorry. Second is called The Present, starring Ilsa Fisher. And it's billed as a comedy movie. It's really more of a family movie. Ilsa Fisher is the mom, Greg Kinnear as the dad. They're getting divorced. At the same time, they get a clock from their grandfather, who I guess has passed away, and it has a cryptic message on it, and they fix it, and it's a time machine. So the kids have it, and they're able to turn back the clock and try to save their parents' marriage. So they do that in several ways, and so there's one amusing scene where they wind back the clock and bring their parents millions of dollars and say, here, we'll give you this money if you stay married. And they go, where did you get this money? And then the FBI breaks in. That's pretty funny. So it's about the kids trying to save their parents' marriage. So that's kind of cool. I hope they succeed. That sounds like a fun concept, at least. Written by Jay Martell, directed by Christian Ditter, filmed by Christian Ditter. I mean, it doesn't sound that funny. I wouldn't call it a comedy. I would call it a family comedy. See, the present as in present time and the present of the clock. I get it. You know, but Greg Kinnear and Ilsa Fisher, I mean, I don't know why you needed two big names, but they seem fine in it. First act, the parents are getting divorced and they get the clock. Then the kids fix it, and it winds back time, they figure out. So they fix their parents' marriage, but every time they do, they actually make things worse. And eventually, I don't know, in the third act, they eventually figure it out, and their parents just get back together on their own. That's the kind of ending I would expect from a family comedy movie, which I think this is. So here's a write-up. A brilliant boy discovers he can manipulate time using a family heirloom. He soon teams up with his siblings in returning to the time of their parents' separation from their, in hopes, boy, this is poorly written, in their, T-H-E-I-R, in hopes of changing the outcome. That sentence is a crime against grammar. Anyhow, the third one is called Blink Twice, starring Channing Tatum as the guy with the muscles. He's also a billionaire, and it's one of those movies that starts out, everyone is dead. But let me tell you what happened in the beginning. So, two girls get invited to a party on his island. He's a billionaire, and they're having a great time. And he introduces all the various characters, including, what's his name? Haley J. Osment or something, who I guess they pick on. And there's a bunch of hot women, and all these people are there. But then one by one, they start disappearing, including her best friend, who comes along, played by Maybe, if you remember her from Arrested Development. And the other people invited to the island can't remember. And like the tagline is making memories. So, I don't know, they're doing something to the people on the island to make them forget things. So there's something weird going on. I'm not sure what. And the billionaire may be murdering everybody. I'm not sure why. Christian Slater is in it too, for some reason. So, I'm not sure what's going on. But something sinister is going on. And nobody can figure out why. But this girl will figure out why. Somehow. And that's about it. It doesn't... I guess everybody dies. Oops. Oh, no. I hit the wrong thing. Let's put that back there. So, all these people are in it. Naomi Ackie, Channing Tatum, Christian Slater, Simon Rex, Adria Arjona, Kyle MacLachlan, I didn't see him, Haley Joel Osment, that's his name, with Gina Davis, I don't think I saw her, and Alia Shawkat. So, it's quite a cast. It looks alright. I mean, it might be good. You know, a movie like this, the whole thing is the payoff. You blow this payoff, forget it. Like, it has to have an amazing payoff. an amazing payoff where, like, oh wow, that's, I never saw that coming, but it makes sense. Like, if it has one of those payoffs, like, oh, that makes no sense, but I understand what you did there. Maybe. I don't know. It's a little unrelatable. You know, the premise is like, oh, this billionaire invites you to the island. Oh, that happens to be every day. But if you can get past that, it might be good. He does have seemingly characters for every person in the screenplay, so I like that aspect of it. So it might be good. So first act, they get invited to the island. It's amazing. But the black girl's friend, played by Maybe, is a little suspicious of the whole thing. And then she disappears and nobody can remember her. Except maybe her friend. And they've, the setup is they've given up their phones and, they don't really have control of getting on and off the island. So they're a little dependent upon the billionaire. And he's a little odd and he keeps taking pictures. And no one's really sure what's going on. So when her friend disappears, like, nobody can help her. And she's having trouble remembering. So maybe they're, I don't know, being drugged? As the second act continues, it gets weirder and weirder. Maybe more people disappear or they die, and she's struggling to remember them. And then by the end of it, it's just Channing Tatum and the girl he invited to the island, and he's killed them all? I guess he's a psychopath who's killed everybody. I guess. And then she figures out and turns the tables on him and survives, and he dies. I guess. It's not really, it doesn't seem thought out all the way. It doesn't seems like they had a couple of good ideas here and then made the movie before they thought it all out. But let's see what it says. This summer, make some memories. Watch the official trailer for Blink Twice movie directed by Zoe Kravitz, starring Naomi Ackie and Channing Tatum, only in theaters. Zoe Kravitz, that's Lenny Kravitz's daughter, isn't it? Okay. Kyle MacLachlan. I didn't even see him in the trailer. Did you? Okay. Kyle MacLachlan's in it. Adria Arjona, Channing Tatum. Written by E.T. Feigenbaum, Zoe Kravitz, and Zoe Kravitz. So Zoe Kravitz giving herself 2 credits on the writing for some reason. I think I wrote so much of the screenplay. I think I need to be named twice in the credits. Okay, we'll say written by this other dude whose name I can't see, E.T. and Zoe Kravitz and Zoe Kravitz. How about that? Okay, as long as I get 2 credits. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might be okay. It's a little hard to parse here. Again, I can't relate going to a billionaire's island. So whatever. All right. So how would I rank these 3 movies? Well, obviously on the bottom is Coma, which I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's good. I mean, it's dubbed and it seems very pretentious. Living longer means a better chance of understanding things. Well, I don't understand this trailer, so I don't know how long I have to live to understand this. So this is definitely number 3. Number 2 would probably be Blink Twice. I kind of get some of it. I think Channing Tatum's murdering everybody. I mean, there'll probably be some hot chicks in it, but that's about it. Channing Tatum is weird. Like, guy's got a sense of humor. I mean, he was in This Is the End. He was kind of funny in that. But a lot of his movies I don't like. But sometimes he's in a lot of he tries things. He tries a variety of things. I gotta hand it to him. In this, I guess I can believe him as a billionaire. It's hard to believe him in some roles where he's smarter. I know that sounds like a slam, but he's kind of a musclehead. So I don't see him as being super smart. The guy who broke that glass ceiling was Alan Ritchson. And then he started talking about politics, and now I don't think he's smart anymore. But Channing Tatum, maybe, maybe. So number 2, and then number 1, present. So this sounds like, at the very least, a wholesome family comedy. I did laugh at the FBI breaking into the house and them trying to bribe their parents with a suitcase full of money. That was kind of fun. 3 kids with a time machine. Sounds like a fun premise. I mean, I wouldn't go see it. I don't have kids, and I don't generally watch kids' movies, but, you know, if it was on, maybe I'd watch it. So, there you go. 3 movies with what I like to call contrivances. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan somewhere in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all who came out to the Indian Mills Historical Society tonight, where I did my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Everybody came out, had a great time. Tomorrow, I will be, where am I going to be? I'm going to be somewhere. Brookdale, Florence Senior Living in Florence, New Jersey at 2 p.m. for my talk, and it is open to the public. Normally, the senior living places, I tell people it's usually for the residents and families, but this place specifically said, no, we're going to open it to the public. So if you're in the area and you'd like to see the talk, come on by. So that starts at 2. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.